Testing? All right. Hello, I'm Joel de la Cruz, and I'm in the PDIM department, which stands for Power Delivery Information Management. And I'm under Kirk Zella. So I was born in the Dominican Republic and live in Miami, Florida, and will be attending Florida International University for the computer science major in the STD track, which stands for Software Development and Design. So I've done a lot of side projects and hackathons, as well as a web development internship before coming here in a small company, and a mentorship at the supercomputer lab at my previous university, where I found a correlation between wattage usage and temperature, climate. So it's possible that's because of people turning on their ACs when it's hot. And a coaster app. So basically you start off with a picture of a coaster, and then you put your cup on your phone, and your phone becomes a coaster. So that was one of the side projects I made. So I was on the NextEra team. And I also did the Next Tweet project, which we brainstormed as a team. We came up with about 30 different ideas and voted on Next Tweet, which utilizes the Twitter API. So this has different uses, of course, visualizing hazards and FPL opinions. So let's select opinions. Now this can be used by the PR and social media teams. And the first thing you can notice is that they all tend to be where our customers are, and of course, there's not all the tweets. The Twitter API limits me to about 100 tweets, but let's zoom into a particular area. Let's select BR, the management area, and that's an area selection term that we use here at FPL. And zoom in. So this one says, did you know when I got here back in the 60s, it was said that FPL stood for flickering power and light. So of course, not all the tweets are going to be the nicest, but of course there's always nice ones. Let's go to the Miami-ish area and zoom in. As you can see here, this one says that we topped in customer satisfaction in JD Power rankings. That's good. All right, so then there's weather, and we can use this to see the correlation between momentaries and weather conditions. And this one says, good morning, South Florida. All of that sunshine outside will heat us up to the low 90s and can't rule out the isolated inland storm. So yeah. And zoom out. We're going to the Orlando-ish area now. And crime, we can use this to have our trucks avoid certain areas that might be deemed dangerous. So this one says, a man in Florida opened fire on 2 teenagers playing Pokemon in front of his house. This is the first justified shoot. So there are times where people are running out of a burning building, and the first thing they do is tweet about it, or post it on social media instead of calling 911. Normally, we'd have to jump into the news, assuming they have to drive all the way over there after figuring out what's happening, and then recording it. So tweets are instant feedback. We can get that. So we can avoid certain areas. And then there's traffic, and this one's kind of an obvious one. We don't want our trucks to be stuck in traffic. And this is a major accident on Florida Turnpike. So I learned a lot of new skills, agile software development, which is a set of principles and methodologies for consumer and progress-focused development. RTC, which is the software that helps implement agile. AngularJS, which is a HTML JavaScript extension for single web page applications. And Node.js, which is server-side scripting language. Angular NVD3, which is a charting library, which I use for the charts. And Twitter API, which I used for the Next Tweet. So in Next Tweet, I use several different frameworks, jQuery, Bootstrap, and HTML, CSS, the basic ones, etc. And Confluence, which I use for documentation, and Visio, which I use for the diagrams. So I also learned a whole bunch of technical electrical jargon, such as feeders, momentaries, etc. Yeah. So I've done a lot this internship, and I'm still working on stuff, but that's my internship so far.